Hey, what's happening everyone? I am SirJames from GamerFusion.com. In today's video, I'm here to go over some important information in regards to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. More specifically, we're going to be talking about the boarding pass, followed by reservations for Savi's Workshop, and reservations for Olgas Cantina. So let's go ahead and get this started. If you didn't know this already, is that as of today, June 24th, 2019, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is now available for everyone to enjoy, meaning that you no longer need a reservation to enter the land. However, you do need to have a valid Disneyland Park admission regardless. Next up is, of course, the boarding pass system, and why you need to know this is what Disney is going to be doing is that they're going to be taking control of the crowds to ensure that nothing gets too crazy in Galaxy's Edge, because everyone's super excited and wants to visit the land, but the last thing that we want as guests is for the park to be so crowded where we could hardly move around, we could hardly enjoy the actual land itself. And that's just one thing that Disney wants to avoid entirely. So what Disney is actually going to be doing to be able to control the crowds a lot easier is that at any given time, if the land doesn't feel too crowded, they have a status called open, meaning that you can go ahead and walk right into Galaxy's Edge. However, at any given point where they feel like it's just getting way too crowded in there, they're going to be utilizing a boarding pass system, which by then you will need to acquire one. Now keep in mind, to obtain a boarding pass system is actually free of charge. It's not going to cost you a dime, and there are two methods to get one. Method number one is stationed outside of Galaxy's Edge. You're going to have these booths set up, similar to what the Fast Pass tickets are going to be like, where you can go in and scan your Disneyland ticket or your pass holder card to receive your boarding pass. And there's going to be electronic boards all the way across Disney itself that's going to have information such as if the land is open, if it's boarding pass system, and of course what group members are able to go in at that time. Easy, right? And of course, the second method, which is the method I would highly recommend you do, in fact, for the rest of this video, if you haven't done so already, is on your mobile device, go ahead and download the Disneyland app. It is free to download on both iOS and Android. In fact, the Disneyland app is extremely useful because you'll be able to see wait times for all the different rides in both Disneyland and California Adventure. Even have things access to your photo pass. You could also do things such as reservation, which we're going to be discussing in this video, and all kinds of different things like that. Again, I find the app extremely useful, and it's my go-to tool every time I visit. So again, on the app, once you download it, is that you're going to go ahead and click on it. Then you're going to go ahead and go to the search tab and type in Star Wars. Or in fact, you might even look in the popular search results, because Star Wars is probably already there at number 1, like it is for me. And once you go ahead and do so, you're going to go ahead and find this icon on screen, and then there it's going to have the important information for the land. In this case, as I'm recording this video, it is currently 5:29 p.m. And as I'm reading this, the current land status is open, which means right now anyone could just walk right in, no boarding pass required. However, if a boarding pass was acquired, there's going to be a box down here that says join boarding group. By then, you would actually click on that, and you will get a notification on your phone when you'll be able to enter the land. And of course, once you get a boarding pass, you don't have to sit there in front of Galaxy's Edge waiting to get in. In fact, they encourage you to go enjoy the rest of the park until your time comes up to enter it itself. Simple as that. Next up is, of course, reservations for Savi's Workshop. There are two ways of getting a reservation. Option number one, for those of you that are looking into spending cash instead of using a credit card, is, of course, if you're already in the land itself, you can go ahead and visit Savi's Workshop and to book a reservation. However, if you want the fastest method, which is by utilizing the actual app itself, and by there, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Click on the Disney app, click on Star Wars, and you can go ahead and find Savi's Workshop. From there, you'll be able to make your reservation. Do keep in mind that if you are making a reservation on your app, you have to use a credit card because you'll be paying for it on the spot. So again, keep that in mind. Now, at any given point, you don't show up to your reservations for Savi's Workshop, you will be charged a no-show fee of $199.99. Yes, that's a hefty loss, and I'm pretty sure if there was some type of emergency, maybe you got a call for a family emergency, maybe you were stuck on a ride and it took a while to be evacuated, then I'm pretty sure Disney will be able to help you with that situation to go ahead and resolve that issue. Now, if Disney is utilizing that boarding pass option and you have reservations for Savi's Workshop and you don't have a boarding pass, you don't need to worry about it because you'll actually be able to check in 1 hour ahead of time by using the entrance by Fantasyland. Simple as that. Now, of course, next up is in regards to Olgas Cantina. Now, the same thing is going to happen here is that, of course, if you're already in the park, you can make a reservation there, or the other easiest method, because this place is going to fill up super fast, and I would highly recommend you use the mobile app option, is, of course, you'll be able to make a reservation. you do need to have a credit card into your account, and of course you will be paying $10 per person, and if you don't show up, you will lose that $10. So again, that's pretty much how everything is going to be utilized. And the same thing for Olgas Cantina as well. If you have a reservation but you don't have a boarding pass during the boarding pass system, you'll be able to check in 1 hour ahead of time in Fantasyland itself. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Again, it's pretty straightforward information that hopefully is found useful. Like I said, I would highly recommend you guys definitely utilize that Disneyland app. And plus, while you're there in the land, if you actually download the game app, there's actually going to be a bunch of mini games that you could play while you're there. However, I would highly recommend you maybe bring a battery pack because that thing will eat up, especially with the Bluetooth. But until then, if you guys have any additional questions, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.